Hi.
This is Milon's Do Re Mi Fantasy. I am the J of Spade, and I will be LPing this game because it's a very cute game, and I love it.
And I'm Jordan.
Alright, so little fairy lady got taken. Her name was Alice, and she was taken by Amon, who is an anonymous user on the forums.
Okay. On the monster forums, anonymous monster, that's what that stands for.
Yeah. So one thing I love is that Milon's clothes, completely change colors in between, the cutscene and the gameplay.
Yeah, that's weird. I mean, this is an SNES game, right?
Yeah.
So I guess it's a palette thing? Like why,
Link has purple hair?
Yeah, purple hair, yeah.
Well, then, because they wanted to look fabulous. Okay, now we're just into gameplay. You collect clothes to have more health. Green means you can take 2 hits. Blue means you can take 1 hit. And red means that don't get hit. Don't do it.
Oh no, so it's Spyro rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spyro does rule.
Yeah, that too.
And now we have a bowling ball. Say goodbye to that power-up. We rarely ever see it again.
Oh, that's weird. So you can only use that once? Is that... Okay.
It's just a little thing.
Yeah, it's just a tiny weapon.
Usually whenever there's a bowling ball, there'll be just a bunch of enemies in a row. And you got a little map select screen, like you're in the Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, I like Milon's animation better than Mario's, though.
Yeah.
'Cause he's, stepping.
He's got a lot of really great animations. He's just whoa, alright.
So this is like a Japanese exclusive game, right?
Yeah, even though the first Milon's Secret Castle came out in America, this one didn't make it. Which is a real shame. I'm playing a patch of the game, which has English dialogue.
Oh, okay. That's why that was. Oh, no.
Yeah, you can hold down your bubble charge to shoot in a bunch of directions. And if you do that underwater, actually, you'll shoot in all 8 directions.
Oh, that's cool.
But you can't go underwater yet. I showed off a little bit, but you can actually only be on the surface of the water right now. Later on, we'll get a power-up for that, though.
Oh, so that's like Wario Land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these little trees get mad when you step on them.
Oh, no.
But this game eventually came to the US on the Wii U Virtual Console, and that's how I first found it.
Oh, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know that.
But it was still all in Japanese, which isn't, God, I hate that bird. He always gets me.
Oh, no.
It's not a super duper problem, but, later on you have to find things in the levels, and the guy who tells you that you need to find things in the levels is in Japanese, so it's oh.
And he tells you what you need to find.
Well, it's pretty obvious what you need to find, but the first time you'll get to a boss, you'll be pretty confused because you'll be oh no, how do I get to this boss if I can't find the thing?
That reminds me of a Sega Saturn game called... Oh, no. Oh, what?
I picked up a bubblegum power-up, which lets you fall into a pit. It's a really good power-up.
In a Sega Saturn game, Mr. Bones, that's a game that you can mostly just play the Japanese version of. Even the cutscenes are still just in English with Japanese subtitles, but then there's one level where you have to make jokes to beat an enemy skeleton, and that's like the only place in the game where the voice acting is changed to Japanese.
Ah, that stinks.
And that's really late into the game too, so you'll get there and then you realize you can't play the game.
So you get there and then you're boned?
Yeah.
That really tickles my funny bone.
You'll merrily make it to the end and then... That's it. That level is actually called Funny Bone because you're making jokes.
Ah, that is good.
Yeah.
But yeah. Here's a little secret door.
Whoa.
And inside the secret door is a minigame. Sometimes the emulator will just like freeze for some reason whenever I start playing a minigame. That's kind of annoying.
Oh. Does this have what's it called, Super Scope support?
Unfortunately not.
Ah, dang.
This could have been the sequel to Battle Clash. Or wait, was it Metal? I think Metal Combat was the first one, and then it was Battle Clash, and then it's Milon.
Okay. A confusing series, but the fans get it.
Metal Combat's really confusing because a lot of people confuse the cartridge for Mortal Kombat.
Oh, hey, these birds have like little wind-up keys on their back.
Yeah.
That's cute.
You can get some clothes. You can get a 1-up. I think the 1-up is the highest reward you can get. I'm not sure.
I always hate it when these old games tell you game over when it's like the end of something rather than when you lose.
Yeah, it's like the game's over on my terms, not on yours.
Yeah.
Also, whenever you pick up power-ups like clothes and stuff, when you're already full, you'll just get notes for it, and 100 notes nets you an extra life.
All right. And that's the number next to the Happy Milon at the top, I assume?
The lives are the Happy Milons, and the notes are the notes. Okay. And there's that great animation.
Oh, no. I really like your falling animation, too.
Yeah. Like, this game has some really great animations. Like, it reminds me of old school Looney Tunes in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I can see that. So determined to drop right.
And bounce on these clouds, and we pick up another power-up. Little floaty shoes, which are great. Let you float. And actually, like, they're really helpful. It's great for platforming and stuff. Whenever you die, though, you lose them.
Oh, so you float by holding the button, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's devious.
The game's basically just a 2-button game.
Mm-hmm.
Later on, we get something that uses a 3rd button, but...
Whoa, that's too intense for me.
Also, whenever you're picking up notes, like, if you pick up a bunch in a row, like, it starts to get higher and higher pitched.
Oh man, like Rayman.
Yeah, I assume.
Well, the first Rayman. This game's reminding me of a lot of games.
Well, this came before Rayman, I assume.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know, like, they released Super Famicom games, like, really late on. Like, I didn't know that Mega Man and Bass was actually after Mega Man 7 for the longest time. That was... or Mega Man 8 for the longest time.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's not... I didn't know that.
They reuse a lot of the stuff from Mega Man 8 in it, which is weird.
Yeah.
Here's the first part where you have to learn to hold down the button.
I like that he does a tiny, like, fusion dance almost.
Yeah. He gets really into it.
Yeah. Man, I keep thinking all these levels, like, with the exception of the first level, they've all had really intense music, so I keep expecting a boss to show up at the end like it's Sonic.
Yeah, like, Like, I always thought the music in this game is really weird because it's, like, super good, but, like, you'd almost expect, like, a Kirby-esque soundtrack
Yeah.
for everything that's going on, but it's always, like, this intense, almost, like, droning, like...
Yeah. And then this is very, like, Russian drama theater, almost.
Yeah. You gotta hold on to your hat because it's windy.
Oh, why? That's great! Ah, this game's so good.
I love these little, like, guys, like, oh no, it's too windy for us.
Hold on to your bush. Oh man, look at that robot. He's aching to fight, I assume.
He's... I was trying to think of, like, a tree pun with acres, but... So this is an instrument guy. He's gonna tell us about how we can save Elise. We gotta get a bunch of Legend of Zelda instruments.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I can't wait for Zelda Wii U where you use the accordion and you have to hold the Wii U gamepad sideways.
Oh no. And like one half of the left side of the buttons is like the piano part, and the other side of the buttons are the bass keys.
Yeah. And then you have to slide your hand along the touchpad to... And now we're in like a little dungeony area. And these areas are great because they all have like really cute, unique enemies and stuff. And you have to find a key within them to get out.
Whoa.
Yeah, that part's pretty rad.
Oh no, that Bert is so malcontent about getting caught. God, this game is really cute.
Yeah. These Pinocchios are constantly lying and then telling the truth.
Another thing this game like really reminds me of because like you're shooting out bubbles and there's music notes everywhere. It reminds me of Super Tempo.
Oh, yeah, I haven't played that one.
Yeah, it's kind of like a clunky game, but it's also a similar cute 2D platform, and also you can float in that game too.
Nice. I've always wanted to play Tempo. I own the Game Gear version, I just don't have a Game Gear.
Oh. I think the Game Gear version is probably the best out of the three.
Really?
Yeah, because the 32X game is kind of difficult to play because it's like graphics overload on that one. It's really hard to see what you're doing.
But it's got that great intro song.
Yeah, it does. And then the Sega Saturn version is really clunky, but it's super pretty too, so it's a shame.
Oh. Just bring back Tempo.
Yeah. Put him in the next Sonic Racing.
Ah, yeah, that'd be great.
He could take the place of Shadow. He shouldn't be in there to begin with. There's nothing all-star about Shadow.
Just replace him with Smash Mouth.
Yeah. What?
Yeah. It's like an all-star racing.
Oh, right, okay. Thank you. Thanks for connecting the joke.
I really hate these little axe people because you can jump on them. They're just like, their hitbox is very small because they have an axe.
We got a big hurt box.
So this episode is actually the last one I recorded in the LP because I recorded everything else like slightly differently, and then I had to go back and just re-record this one because I was like, oh, it doesn't look right.
So that's why you're playing so good.
Yeah. Because now I know all the ins and outs.
Yeah.
Even though I've played this game a lot.
You called the Nintendo Tip Hotline, the Japanese one, of course.
Yeah. So we're fighting that one guy from Tekken now.
Moku-chin.
Yeah.
He looked a little different on the map, though.
Well, that's because he was like shadow version.
Oh, okay, it was hidden. Gotcha.
He actually has one more attack where instead of punching out from his chest, he'll shoot a little bird out, and that's pretty cute.
Oh, man.
I wish I had caught that. Maybe I'll edit it in.
Whoa, is this flute that looks just like the one that a man showed me, one of the magical instruments?
No, it couldn't be.
No.
Stage 1 and done.
Hey.
Alright. Well, that's World 1 of Milon. Next episodes are probably gonna be like 2 per world. So, oh no, I left my mouse cursor in.
Oh no!
I'm not playing it on the Super Famicom. Alright. Thanks, Jordan.
You're welcome. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.